Alright. Fucking craziness is going on. Alright, here we go. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant even melted into him, and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. What the fuck? But I didn't lose myself. I was living in two realities at once. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as two movies showing on the same screen at the same time? Eventually it becomes difficult to separate them to determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
What the fuck? That was my brother Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got into a fistfight. A girl watching them began to cry. "I want to go home," she cried. "I want to go home." Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around
I
him.
have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Well, her name is actually Clover. That's her real name. Alright. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Now, don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. What the hell, dude? After that, we ran around the ship for a little while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Okay. Okay. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was only 1. But if there was only 1 door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
my brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room, and as everyone began to scream and cry, every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him Seven.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like Seven had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by Seven. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of the door. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through these and began to run up the spiral stairs. Okay. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and Seven. Okay, so the other person that was with them was Nona, which is Lotus's kid. Okay, the other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized...
No, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to, but I knew I couldn't tell the others. It would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid it in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back toward the stairs and freedom, douchebag came out the door. God damn it, dude. The door to the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongi. Gentaru Hongu. Gentaru Hongu. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongu's Hongu hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, tried desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongu.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Then suddenly,
Akane!
there's my squad. The door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake. Akane!
Akane!
Sorry. He cried out my name again as he leapt forward toward Hongu.
You came back!
I cried out, but then
You're too late, idiot!
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongu stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clench. But those fists never reached Hongu. As the door closed. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. Wait, what? Glanced at me mechanically, his face registering there was an object, but not anything that would... Oh, okay. He looked at her like an object, not a human. Okay. I read that wrong. Anyway, he reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appear on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later... the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Yeah, 18 minutes, we know.
Incineration will begin in
Whoa, 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 we're in Junpei vision now? What the hell? Okay.
18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it.
Oh, we're back in regular time now. This is getting real fucking crazy right now.
It's starting. Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiment. You
She
aren't
said the F
making
word.
any sense.
She said the F word.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
You really think we got time for that shit?
Begin in 17 minutes.
you know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
I know what that means, stupid.
Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor. It's moving. What the actual fuck? What else can I say about it, bud?
What the hell is that?
What is that?
What the
What
hell
that?
is that? What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least it kinda did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off even as more took their place and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration.
Yeah, we're all gonna burn. We get it. 15 minutes. Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Uh-oh. Computer mistress is here. Hey, we're all tense, lady. That doesn't mean you get to shove people around.
Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Oh, goddamn puzzles. Huh, well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
Fucking Scrabble game with numbers? What's this?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
No shit. It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright, puzzle. How do you work? Aw, man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Okay. Shit, 13 minutes? Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. Gotta end it with a puzzle, yo. My heart was pounding like it was going to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Oh, don't know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Oh, my. How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty, you see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. 135 is 9. I ran to the door with my 9 on it. I grabbed the red, put my hand against the scanner panel.
You
But it
really
didn't
aren't
work.
one for listening, are you?
I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, this laugh is very good. His laugh is very good. The guy who did the voice acting for that, very good laugh. Anyway, his horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin.
Yeah, 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. Let's do it, bitch. Solve that shit. I was crying. Great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't know! I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, knees weak, arms are heavy, mom spaghetti, vomit on his sweater already. Sorry, I got it all mixed up, but anyway. And my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. Back. Oh. Well, time to find a way out. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me, Jumpy. Help me. Help me. Help me. Jumpy. 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 Please help me. Jumpy.
So then future 2 years in the
Akane?
future, Jumpy has to help Akane.
Akane!
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck! Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit!
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course, but I'd heard it so clearly. Like he was right there.
Jumpy!
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
God, this is getting insane. It's driving me insane right now. Anyway, that's her. That's her. She's there. Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Are you an incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I couldn't believe that he knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant. Right.
There's only one way to help her.
Got it.
You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
Oh my god, dude. What the I have so much to say right now, but I need to get through this first. Anyway, I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in
God, right now, dude.
minutes.
7 minutes, dude.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it!
Alright, and I do. I got everything now. Hell yeah, dude. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I know why the nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane! I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is. Zero is. Akane Karashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Karashiki. I must save her no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Jumpy!
Damn, dude, too much time thinking. Let's
Yeah,
solve
I
this
know.
bitch.
Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Okay. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way.
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me.
Bitch, I gotta
okay?
solve this. Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Now, let's have a look at this thing. We got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Great. fucking great. We're gonna solve this problem, guys. Do we actually have a timer? Because that's gonna put things on a little damper on things. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So what's the hint? When I pressed hint, numbers appeared in the empty spots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But this square at the bottom, why does it stay blank when I press hint? Pressing the button again makes them disappear. Looks like I can turn them on and off. Then there is some special meaning behind those two modes. What could it mean? When I flip the hint off, all the empty slots look like the one on the bottom on the right. Does that mean they're supposed to match? Maybe I need to make all the numbers in the squares the same. Well, what happens when I... Okay. If I switch out a yellow square, the numbers that show up in the hint change too. It looks like the numbers are affected by the adjacent squares. For example, when I switch out 3 with 5, the hint number increases by 2. I bet the hint just adds its surrounding numbers. Yeah, sure. Sort of. It adds them and then does the primary number. The hint displays what the adjacent squares add up to, so most of the answer should be 2 digits. But each square has only 1 digit. They must be calculated in a different way. Digital roots? If they're digital roots, then they'd always have to end up as 1 digit. No shit. Okay. I haven't even got... Start over. I haven't even... my brain hasn't even started to think about this puzzle yet. So, what if I put a P1 here? Okay. I'm gonna leave the hint on. That's gonna make me... It's gonna save me a lot of effort in my brain. What number do I have to make them all equal? 9? Yeah, because that 1 down there. Yep, I gotta make them all equal 9. Okay, so... Gotta make this one equal 9, so let's put... What happens if I put a 5 here? No. Put it for 3. There we go. And then... What else is in a 9 here? This one needs to switch, maybe? This 8? If I change this 8, though... Oh, no, we only have to change the R. I'm done. We just have to change the R. The R needs to be... what's 2 letters before R? 2 letters? No. Actually, an S might work. No? P? Yeah! Is that it? We done? It's all 9s, right? 9, 9, 9, 9. Add the numbers, but there are letters here too. Wait, haven't I used letters as numbers before? A equals 10, B equals 11. Maybe I need to replace the letters with numbers? Oh, I think they got the gist of the puzzle up top. Just need to make all the digital roots the same. But what number? Switching out a yellow, But 1 square doesn't get a hint number. The 9th spot at the bottom, only if this one stays blank. Maybe a fixed number goes inside there. So the 9th square has a different rule. If only I knew what number goes there. You mean here? I'm confused. But anyway, I gotta replace them with numbers. So no letters, only numbers. Yeah, okay. Got it. Password. Pass. Shit. It's okay, I can do this quickly. Pass. Sorry. W. O. Nope. Didn't mean to move the W. W. O. Password. Booyah! Nailed it. Bruh. Please enter password. Oh, great. What? I did enter password, though. Oh, fuck. What? 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 Please enter password? I have no idea. Is the password just password? Is the password just password? Delete? Can I? No, wrong. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Password. Fuck, I can't spell. I suck at spelling. I don't really, but I suck at typing apparently on this fucking weird-ass keyboard. Forgot the R, damn it. Password. It fits. Nope, that's not the answer, though. Shit! What is the answer, then? Password. Is it June? No. Password. I'm inputting a password now? Are there any hints? What the hell am I supposed to put here? Password. Oh, snap, dog. Am I supposed to put password in numbers, maybe? Password. Would that work, though? That won't work, will it? Shit. Will it work? If I do the digital roots of all the letters, will that work? So, like, password, P would be... Shit, what would P even be? P would be... God, I have to do my fucking numbers again. Let's see. M was 13. N's 14. O is 15. P is 16 plus 9. No. Should we just use 16 or should we add a 9 to it? Let's add 9 to it. 16 plus 9 is 25. 25 is 7. And then A is 10. So 0 plus 1 is 1. S is... Shit, what did I just say? I said P was 16. So R is... No, Q is... Q is 17. R is 18. S is 19. 19 plus 9 is 28. Plus 2 is 10. Plus 1. Shit, dude. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. W would be... I just said S was 19. T would be 20. 21 would be U. 22 would be V. And 23 would be W. Plus 9 would be 31. 31 plus 1, or plus each other is 4. God, I hope I'm doing this right. If I'm not, I'm so stuck. O is 15, I think, which is 6. No. Oh, God, how do I go back? Shit, 7114. Okay, let me just do that again. I had the other ones right. 7. Oh, God. You can't... The screen appeared after I solved the last puzzle. Maybe the hint was in that one. Can I go back to the last puzzle? No. No. Shit. Oh, it was all ones. Never mind. Sorry, I know. 7. It was 1, 1, 1. And I said it was a 4, right? So what would be O? Sorry, I forgot to add the 9. Okay, so the 4 was a 9. O I said was 15. 15 is 6. No. Fuck! I keep forgetting to add the 9 to the O. So O is 15. Let me just make sure in my brain that's right. Okay, O is 15. Plus 9 is 24, which is 6. Got it. Okay. R I said was 6, 15. Q, P was 16. Q is 6, 17. R is 18. So 18, 1 is 9. No, plus 9 is 27. It's still 9. And then D is just 14. No, 13. D is 13? Yeah. Which is a 4. Shit. 7111 4694. Set 7111 4694. Nope. I am overthinking it. What did he say about the last thing? The puzzle. I solved it by making the hint squares all 9. So the hidden number should be 9 as well. That means... Are you fucking kidding me? I set the controller down again.
Yes, that's it.
I shouldn't because I gotta go through the dialogue. The answer is literally the number 9. Yep, it's that easy. I'm not even mad about it. It makes all the sense, so I can't even be mad.
Akane, did you get it?
Fucking A, dude.
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did!
Sick.
Now I just have to press enter.
Do it.
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Push that shit, girl.
Okay, I will.
Quit saying shit and press it. I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
This is the most absurd thing
Joey!
ever, I swear.
It worked! It
In a
worked!
good way, I'm
The
not complaining at
incinerator
all.
shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. Whew. I can't quite believe I did that. But I am so very glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Oh, of course, that's fine.
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind. Wow. Now. Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you...
Okay.
Ah, shut it.
Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes! Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again! And again! And again! Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell's going on? I've got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. That number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. And we just have to put the right number into the red. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 9. You just had to go to the door with the 9. What a fucking play on words that is.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Don't they have much time? Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one, or we are all fucked. Alright, no time to explain, just go.
Quick, verify your numbers on the red.
Verify?
Who?
All of y'all.
Combination.
All of us! We all need to verify!
Go, you fools.
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Seriously, though. What the hell? Hurry, 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 you motherfuckers.
Incineration will
We're all gonna burn. We got 10 seconds, homie. Beep, beep, beep. Come on, y'all.
6,
Faster. Faster. Faster.
4,
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. No, we're not. We're gonna win. We got this. Victorious, baby.
Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, fuck. All you had to do was activate it? Didn't even actually have to get out. Well, that's nice. Well, that's nice. Thank fucking Christ. No, no time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys. Move it. Move it or lose it, baby. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time, baby. We did it. We did it. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. You still gotta find the dead. And got it. Alright. Booyaka. Alright, guys.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
God damn that laugh. Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head warily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. I was going to say, can we get back to Akane vision? I want to see what happens with hers. Door opens. Good, 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 good. That means the story that Seven told is going to end completely differently. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name even though my voice was almost gone from screaming and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through the door, my bracelets had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. Done. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we'd call Seven in 9 years and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time to get moving. The mention of Hongul seemed to jar Seven and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. To freedom! Yo, time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is Seven talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the two numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16,
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19,
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23, O is
I was doing this exact thing like 5 seconds ago.
25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
That wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q! A fucking lowercase q!
Are you kidding me? That's what it was?
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
What the fuck? What? Okay, my thighs are killing me over here. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Damn. Every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time for rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes. We're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big, heavy door. But you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom, homie. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now! Oh, yeah! Back to Akane vision? Alright. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only that, because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. Aw, yeah! We're finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
Aoi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only the prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Oh my god, dude. Is that it? Or we really have more of this? Yes, finally, air! Awesome. Yeah, damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh? I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
You've gotta be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
Where are we? Where are we? The middle of the fucking desert. Of course that's where we are. Ah! Of course that's where we are.
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
Wait. Oh. Well, the ship is buried many leagues beneath the sea now, right? According to the story.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Sure enough, that's a desert out there, with mountains all around it. Hello there, sun. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Yes, the bracelets. Right, our bracelets. Guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside of you. Just a little electronic chip, like an ATM card. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. God damn it. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Akane.
Jumpy. Heh. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Okay. I was like, oh, we got more? Or is this frozen on this screen? So I'm like, well, what? Are you fucking... I can't. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. I set the controller down. What in the actual fuck just happened? Holy mother of God. I can't even believe this right now. I am flabbergasted. Can I just point that out? Because holy shit, son. That was a hell of a tale. Woo! My goodness. By the way, if you want to know how long I've been sitting here doing just this ending alone, it's almost been 4 hours. I am 7 minutes shy of 4 hours right now on this recording session. Holy shit, dude! This was... I am done right now. I'm done. I'm done speculating. Holy fuck, man. So, let's just talk about what the hell just happened. Some Terminator shit just happened is what happened. And by Terminator, I mean the past affecting the future kind of thing. Or the future affecting the past, more like. Or vice versa. Like, what the fuck? I can't even right now, dude. I can't even. I just can't. I just can't. Like, what the hell? What in the actual hell? Here I'm thinking we're gonna, like, just have clarification by the end. Oh, yeah, it all makes sense at the end. No! We're gonna throw some supernatural fucking time travel fucking mind power shit at the end, and booyah. That's cool. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It blew my fucking mind. How is that? Blowing your mind can't be a bad thing, am I right? Anyway, the credits are short, so that's good. Because I don't know how long I could sit here and babble on about this. I'm just flabbergasted right now. Oh, we have an ending, though. Hold on.
Okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
He just got his ass kicked a little bit. Anyway, just before the end of elementary school, Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. Thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing.
That's about as accurate as you can expect.
And growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Yeah, I couldn't just stand there. Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and 7 9 are all squeezed into the back seat here. Still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so
Oh
fun!
god, I was just thinking like, does that mean Clover's driving, right?
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around. And there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, 7?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh, you mean we're not even done here? Oh, shit. God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. Okay, back to Akane again. Wow, we're not even done here, dude. Oh my god. It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. Oh, that's fucked up. The moment we saw that, what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
Policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
Yeah, I guess I could have.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I...
Huh.
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Guitaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty, no emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when I talk to you, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, Perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply, but if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question? You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little nosy.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own. Catching when I finally slipped up. And during the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question.
Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigal, of the family Solanaceae, and was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create soapering. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Okay. God, this is long as hell, dude.
Here,
anyway,
this is
here.
for you.
This is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket, shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn, small enough to fit in his palm. He probably made it out of my hair.
Jumpy,
Creepo.
Are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd, you know,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this, it me. So we always together.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell into June's tiny yarn body.
Oh, Jumpy. I'll never forget you. I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat bathed in the warm light of evening, just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. Okay. Back to Junpei. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright. Let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But 7? He said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, 7? You look satisfied? No. No way. You couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
Huh?
What? Hmm?
Somebody next to the road. Who could it be? Whoa! What the fuck? The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. What the fuck? I am so very confused now. What the fuck was that shit? What the hell? Don't forget your towel. Oh my god, right now, dude. Dude, I don't even have words. I have no words for this. None. None. Look how long that shit took me, man. I have no words. Alright, I'm literally setting the controller down now. I'm done. Done with this. This shit is... That's the sound of my brain exploding. Oh, man. I can't... I don't even know what to talk about. I'm done. I am done. We can talk about this at a later date. Comments or during some stream or something. So we can talk about what's going on here. Because right now I am flabbergasted. And I can't just sit here and blah, blah, blah for another fucking... I've already been going... This is over 4 hours long of recording now. And I'm going insane. This game is... It's crazy. It's crazy. The ending was insane. It was good. Let me just be straight with you guys. It was good. The ending was good. I liked it a lot. It fucking played with my emotions and my brain a lot, and I'm okay with it. It's just, what the fuck? That's all I can say is what the fuck. Anyway, that's it, guys. 99 is over. We're done. We're done. We can move on now. I don't even know what day of the week it is now. I've been recording this game all fucking day, literally all day. So, wherever day of the week this is, I hope you guys are having good grand old time with this Let's Play, because fuck me, it's over. Probably a good thing, because it's driving me insane. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing next. Whatever's next starts tomorrow probably. I'll just see you guys on something else. I'm done. Peace out, guys. Just peace out. I just can't right now.